The following is a production of GTV3.
Athens. Athens is the capital and largest city of Greece. Athens dominates the Attica region and is one of the world's oldest cities with its recorded history spanning almost 3,400 years. Known as a center for the arts, learning, and philosophy, home of Plato's Academy and Aristotle's Lyceum, Athens is also referred to as the cradle of Western civilization and the birthplace of democracy. Did you know there are over 30 cities named Athens in the United States? One of those cities is right here in Fayette County, the community of Athens. Or is it Athens? The Athens of our story does include a little different connection than the Athens of Greece, and that is a man with the last name of Boone. I'm Stacy Diamond. We'll find out more after this. Come on and join us. The Athens Historical District contains the remaining buildings of an early 19th century village established in the southernmost part of Fayette County. In 1775, a fort was established by Daniel Boone 1/2 mile west of present-day Athens, and that fort was called Boone Station.
Well, my name is Brown Sharp. I have owned land and occupied farmland and done farming in Athens for over 50 years, and the local people here are proud of our history. Part of the history is here in this Boone Station Park on Gentry Road. The park was started by Daniel Boone, who surveyed the land in 1784, 2 years before the Revolutionary War broke out with England in 1776. And then in 1779, the Shawnee Indians staged an attack on the fort of Boonesboro and held it under siege for 2 days and 2 nights. But the people in the fort eventually won out, but it was a serious attack where the Indians dug a ditch from the river to the fort and set it on fire. But the long rifle of the settlers eventually won out, but the war went on, and the tragic part about it was that a bunch of the local people were killed, about 50 of them, and in the Battle of Blue Licks, 2 of the Boone children were killed. You know, unfortunately, 50 people lost their lives. By 1783, there was 15 to 20 families that lived here at Boone Station. And just 2 years after that, 1785, Boones Creek Baptist Church was organized by 16 families. So the community spread rapidly. And another striking thing to me is that the families around Athens haven't changed much since the original families. The Brummagem family, the Doolins, the Stivers, the Baslers, the Turners, the Eads, the Gentrys, all of those families have been here ever since I can remember, and they like it here. It's a good farming area and good brown walnut tree land.
Approximately 12 years before Abraham Lincoln was elected 16th President of the United States, and Fayette County's own native son Henry Clay served his last term in the U.S. Senate, the Athens Christian Church was built. In May 1848, land was purchased from the Spurs and the church was completed in 1852. It still stands today. The members are known as Athenians.
Athens was called it was a carriage stop. And there was a good blacksmith here. His name was Vice, I believe, that repaired buggies for years. And it was called Cross Plains. Athens was started before the city of Lexington was. My farm is on the Athens Walnut Hill Pike, and it's right next to Athens School, and I bought it from my father, and he bought it from a couple of aunts in the family. But that farm has been in the family since the Civil War. The first occupant of it was Llewellyn Sharp in 1865, somewhere along in there. And some people in the family have farmed that farm ever since. And there's no question about the Shawnee Indians being here because we still find the arrowheads.
The community of Cross Plains was founded in 1783 and renamed Athens in 1825 after the Kentucky General Assembly chartered the town. During the early 19th century, the community boasted several manufacturing industries, including a wool factory, as well as a bagging and rope factory. By 1860, all of the manufacturing buildings had been destroyed by fire. The building consumed were the Bledsoe Hotel, Harvey Nelson's dry goods store, John Donnelly's store, a shoemaker shop, and a few dwellings. Witnesses of the time indicate the buildings disappeared in a single blaze. There are still several buildings remaining in Athens that go back to its early history. The Dr. Parker House is a two-story log and frame building erected between 1780 and 1820. There is also a second log building that has been covered by clapboards adjacent to the Dr. Parker House. Built during the 1780s, this could be the oldest building in Athens still standing. The Marshal Tavern is a brick building that served as an inn and was built around 1840. The Aubrey Inn, built around 1800, stands at the corner of Main Street and Cleveland Road. Across the street from the tavern is the building that formerly housed Flannery's store. These buildings have mostly been converted to residential dwellings, and there are a few buildings that still serve commercial functions. So if you really can't afford to visit the cradle of democracy, come to Athens, in Lexington, or is it Athens? Regardless, the folks of Athens will welcome you with open arms. I'm Stacy Diamond, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time with more interesting information about Lexington history.